What's up, y'all? What's going on? So in this video, we're going to talk about what is sovereignty and what is not. Well, a lot of people got a misconception on what is sovereignty and how to change your status, like in a literal sense. And there's many people that try to use different methods. They be like, oh, use the affidavit or use a power of attorney. And they'll use all these form of methods, but it doesn't work in the courtroom. And you always find them going to jail. But and I'm going to be real. I'm going to be 100% transparent. One way to change your status entirely is to get out of contracts, because the legal system, it can only go file a claim against something that it has interest in. But in order to have interest into like a particular individual, that person has to have contract. And that contract will have to be with the state, right? Because if there's no contract that's been established, no jurisdiction can come from you, in a sense. Because one thing you got to understand is a lot of us, we waive our rights without even fucking knowing it. And the way we waive our rights, it's the littlest thing that we give police officers and how they gain jurisdiction over us. Because at one minute, everybody would be exercising their rights, but the next minute they go to jail for exercising their rights. And they say, man, but the Constitution says this, but the Constitution says that. Fuck the Constitution. Because you got to understand one thing, it's dealing with contract. Everything's deal with contracts. So if you guys don't know how to get the fuck out them contracts, you will never change your status. You will never be sovereign. Because sovereignty comes from the aspect of you being outside of someone's jurisdiction. Getting out the jurisdiction creates sovereignty. Going in their jurisdiction, you lose sovereignty. It's just like this, right? You go into another man's house. There's rules and stipulations in the house. So that's not your house. So guess what? There's not your rules. You step out of that man's house, and guess what? The world is yours. You're free. You can do what you want. You can step out however you want. One way I know for a fact on how to secure sovereignty is obtaining a passport as a non-citizen national, right? And I'm really, really tired of keep going over this non-citizen nationality stuff. But I'm going to drop a video one day on it. I'm going to show y'all how to change our status to becoming a non-citizen national. I'm going to give y'all the game on how to live in the private, how to maneuver in the private. Even if y'all move in the public, in the corporate sense where y'all get your articles of incorporated, you can put your corporation in private. You can put the physical business location in the rural free area. You can put your address in a rural free area. And you can put the mailing address as a P.O. box. So you won't be legally tied to that jurisdiction, right? So the entity will be at stake. So the entity can be owned by the state, but you will have your own free sovereignty. That's the whole purpose of being sovereign, you know. But really, it's just a jurisdictional thing. It has nothing to do with your affidavit. You could bring 1 billion affidavits to court and you will go to jail. It has nothing to do with the secure party creditor. So when people throw around this secure party creditor bullshit, right? Understand this one thing. Understand this one thing, and please just listen to me, right? Most people who operate and want to be secure party creditors, it's always a remedy when dealing with commercial instruments. It's always a remedy. So I ask all of y'all, ask me what the fuck y'all need to do and what y'all trying to get done. Because one person told me, I want to be a secure party creditor. I asked them, what are you trying to get done? Because a lot of remedies that y'all think y'all have to follow, y'all don't even have to follow that. Authenticating your birth certificate has nothing to do with the license to lend. Authenticating your birth certificate has nothing to do with you filing taxes. Authenticating your birth certificate has nothing to do with you acquiring property. You feel me? So it goes that deep when dealing with all these, processes and all that stuff. Listen, when people have processes with me, right? Like when I have consultations, we don't just talk on the phone. I'm telling them about my day. We get processes done. So they ask me a quick question, man, how do I get my status changed over? Get out of contract. That's the only goddamn thing. And I tell y'all this, and I tell the people in the meeting that the same goddamn thing occurs. It's just getting out of contract. No contract, no charge. Contract, charge. Just like the Moorish American brothers who got pulled over, in Massachusetts for all them guns. They got contracts. I know half them brothers. Them brothers got contracts with the state because they work on the side. They got IDs and driver's licenses in the state. Especially brother Jamal, he got registration in the state of Rhode Island. Y'all don't even know that. It goes deeper than what y'all think it does. Y'all know. And I watch those brothers, know some real good brothers, and they actually, making change and everything like that. But they got to understand the legal system outside of what they learn. Because everybody learned, well, the Constitution supersedes all. But guess what? Always pay attention to the small blueprint, right? Because guess what? The Constitution not ruling this country. It's the legislation. It's Congress. It's the whole judicial branch of the United States Federal Corporation. They run everything. And the only reason why they run it, because you guys don't know the blueprints. Y'all don't know what the hell going on. Y'all don't know what the hell a contractual waiver is to gain personal jurisdiction. Y'all don't know what acts that subject persons to jurisdiction. This shit is important. All this shit is important to know how to maneuver and everything like that. You want to carry guns? I can show you how to carry guns, even if you're a felon. But this is the thing. You have to know how to maneuver with it. So if you a U.S. citizen slave and you moving around like a slave, then you're going to get treated like one. When you're moving around like you're really sovereign and they know they ain't got jurisdiction over you, you're going to be like me. Hey and bye. Hi and bye. Hi and bye. Nothing else. I'm out.